Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, no one's thought that. Nobody has thought that.
Well, now I definitely don't know what I was going to say.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's why I'm here.
Nope. Don't know
The
what it
nose roll
was.
thing caught
I
you
thought
off
I knew
guard?
what it was. Yeah, that shit was
Shit.
way out of control.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I'm embarrassed.
Oh my god, it was the funniest article I've ever read in my entire life.
I watched a couple of compilation videos on YouTube. I've got it all figured out.
You're listening to the No Big Banana Podcast.
Welcome back to the No Big Banana Podcast. My name is Charles.
My name is Justin.
And Cody's not with us tonight, but we've already been talking for like 15 minutes, so
Yeah.
we'll just start it over. I'll just edit it. I'll fix it in post. Fire Force has actually given me... It's been an interesting experience for me because I watched all of it, and then I watched a few other things in between,
Right.
and then getting back into like remembering. I'm surprised that I forget so much.
Yeah.
But then it all comes
When it's
flooding
like
back.
yeah.
And that, by the way, is the other piece of what was brilliant about that opening episode, is that they reintroduced you to all of the characters.
Yeah.
I mean, even with text.
Oh man, and even
Like-
like the calendar, and then like the woman at the fifth who's like, everyone's gonna see his charm now.
Oh my God. How did I forget about the calendar?
I know.
That's the most bananas fucking part.
I know. Snake. Yeah.
Cobra.
Cobra.
Dude, just like straight up.
Fireman calendars. Yeah.
And then it was, they did a great job because I had forgotten about her. And so when he's figuring it out,
And
as
they're
the
like,
viewer,
what are we
I'm
gonna
like,
do?
this
Like all
is
of
so
our guys
weird.
are like, what are we gonna do? And she's like, I don't give a fuck. Just do whatever.
And then you just hear her like her, it's like voiceover before it shifts over.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, the captain of the fifth. And
Is
then it's just
obsessed
like
with him, yeah.
hard cut to her like, oh my God.
I'm gonna get to see it, but everyone's gonna see it, and then everyone's gonna know. But he's mine. It's like he has no idea.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
Oh, and how about Benny Mardu's like the ringer?
Oh yeah.
Of
And
course.
and like I'm gonna go take this picture of him in the bathhouse, and he's like, you think I didn't notice?
Yeah.
You think I didn't see that shit? You think
Yeah.
I'm
And they're
stupid?
like, oh yeah, we got a bunch of new blood. And it's like, not Victor.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but definitely like Vulcan and Shinra's cut. Arthur Boyle's a goofball though.
Yeah.
So isn't anything sexy about him?
No, but yeah, I do also love that, like, because they did something brilliant with Arthur by having his like quirkiness activate his power. Like, you remember when he was given the steed, and it was just like,
Oh, you mean like his imagination?
right? Like when he gets
Yeah.
like the horse head on the stick, and all of a sudden
Yeah.
his power just like skyrockets.
Yeah.
It gives like a reason for why he's like that. Like that fits into the canon of the series. So it's really nice to have like, okay, yeah, he's stupid and he's weird, but like it works for him. So you can't really like hate on it in the same way you would if it was just like, he's just like that because he likes being like that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Like there are characters in anime that are a way to be a certain way. Like, but if they can back it up,
Right.
you
And
know,
he can.
and that's why somebody like Zenitsu is so lovable.
Yeah.
Is because that fucking bag of cowards is like,
Yeah.
he's
He is the
always
best.
looking for the way out. But when he fucking needs to turn
When he
it
passes
on,
out. Yeah, when he passes out and it kicks
dude.
on.
When
Oh
he
my god.
faints and he just wrecks shit.
The best is still like the first time it happens, and he's like, "Oh my god, you're super strong. You got rid of
Yeah.
that guy." And he's like, "What are
Yeah.
you fucking talking about?" And he's like, "You just did that, right?"
Yeah.
Like, no, I didn't.
Yeah, he's like, what?
What happened?
No,
No,
I,
you
I
gotta-
remember I was about to
No,
get
you
my
just have to save me.
I was about to get my ass kicked.
No, you just have to save me.
and now I'm here.
It's like Cartman when he like swallows all the treasure and it's just plastic. He's like, "No, you just have to save me."
Oh my god,
They're like
dude.
trying to get out of the cave.
That show is so funny. By the way, I'm stepping away from politics for a while,
Oh yeah,
if not indefinitely, just because it's a minefield, man. Like,
it sucks.
no matter your intentions, people are going to interpret things the way that they want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote uses
And-
These Nuts 2020 for sure, though.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
I am so happy that
Jesus, These Nuts
Kanye
2020.
is running for president.
Yeah, it just says like an independent, right?
Yeah, just as the fucking winner, bro.
Yeah.
If you
No one man should have
think-
all that power except for me.
You think for a second that your boy is not voting for Yeezy.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you, bro. First Lady Kim Kardashian. If that is not the most American shit, you need to get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah. I would if it's like Yeezus the Rock,
Bro.
it's over.
No, Yeezy Hova. Remember, that's
Yeah.
what I said in Drunk Before Noon.
Oh yeah. That would win.
Well, the first episode of Drunk Before Noon is me calling Justin and telling him that Kanye West is running for president and I'm going to vote for him. And then Justin's rebuttal is, this was in 2016. So the bit is,
he's like, no, that's never gonna happen,
right? And he's like, because he's a crazy egomaniac. He basically just like names a bunch of negative traits about Trump,
right,
as an argument as to why he would never run and or win,
right?
And then I say, but what about Donald Trump? And that was actually even before Trump was elected.
Oh shit!
So now not only did Trump win, but you know that
you need to do a Drunk Before Noon like follow up. Where you're like, Justin, I told you it's happening. Justin, it's happening.
Shit. I didn't even think about that. That could be the first episode of season 4.
Yeah. Justin, it's happening.
Good thinking. I knew there was a reason I kept you around.
Yeah, man.
I should capitalize on that.
Yeah.
Because that would be, because I've actually brought it up twice because
He was just like running through your house, like getting all of your Yeezy stuff. Like, Justin, it's happening.
Well, when Trump won, we made the one Trump change where I say it again at the very end. Because the whole joke after the Trump thing is like, I'm just a lunatic and I hate everybody, and then at the very end, Justin's like, well, I guess we're gonna start looking towards the next election, and I'm like, Yeezy Hova 2020.
Yeah, man.
Because I said, like, in the first episode, I said that Jay-Z could run as his VP.
Yeah, well, yeah, dude. Actually, like, if I'm being completely honest, I don't know how I feel about this, but like with how much support like the BLM movement has right now, and how much like energy the country has over like, because there's a lot of like sentiment about like we need to fix a lot of the problems that we've been having. We need to like be better about. We got to be best.
I've been smiling since yesterday.
Yeah. I knew
when I saw that shit on Twitter.
I saw that, and then I saw your post about it. I was like, of course.
Dude, yeah, of course. When I saw that shit on Twitter, I'm turned up, bro, and I haven't come down.
Yeah, man.
I'm so happy. Because fucking why not?
Yeah.
If the first why not got us Trump, why wouldn't the second get us Kanye?
Like at this point, it's like,
I mean, he's the voice of a generation, for God's sake.
Yeah, man. He's a genius.
But truly, like, when you look at his career, it's like, yeah, granted, the fucking Taylor Swift thing was not really cool. And, like, he's,
it made you famous. Yeah.
Obviously, he's an ego head.
Well, yeah.
But also, like, he's really, really successful, and he's really, really talented.
Well, at music, not at, like, politics.
Well, at business. He's an entrepreneur.
Yeah, but I mean,
and
like,
that's what
I think part of
right?
the problem. Well, I think part of the problem with Trump is that he views the country as a business, and it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, but Kanye's an artist.
We just started this with like Kanye's an entrepreneur.
I know that, but he's an entrepreneur as well as an artist.
Sure.
Donald Trump is an entrepreneur, end of sentence.
Yeah.
The fact that he's an artist makes a difference to me. It certainly makes a difference in how somebody views the world.
Sure. I mean, I'm not saying, trust me, I think you'd be better than Trump at the job.
Yeah, but you'd vote for my cat to get Trump out of the office.
I would.
I mean, I certainly would.
It's just a matter of like
who replaces him?
Yeah, I mean, well, because like my thing about it is like, and it's the same reason why I've tried to make the argument to you about like Joe Biden. It's like, yes, he sucks dick, but anything is better. Like at this point, I would vote for a houseplant over Donald Trump.
Yeah,
like it would make less fucking stupid comments on Twitter.
Yeah.
My problem with Trump isn't like so much like obviously he's just botching things at home.
Yeah.
But abroad, it's even worse.
Yeah.
We've lost all credibility on the world stage.
Yeah. From pulling out of Syria to pulling out of Germany, him pulling out of Syria was just
you just keep saying pulling out. It just keeps making me think.
It was just piss poor strategy.
Yeah.
It was piss poor strategery.
Yeah.
But pulling out of Germany was a personal choice.
Yeah.
Based on like him not liking what the chancellor has to say about
just
him.
because you don't like Angela Merkel, you're gonna fuck over. Like no matter how you look at the way that he's handling things, he doesn't understand. And like if you have no experience with it and you don't know and you don't listen to the people who have spent their entire lives like developing and trying to like enforce America's presence abroad, like across the world, if you don't understand how that works and you're just like, no, I don't really think you're right about that, I'm gonna go with my gut and dip out of Germany. It's like, yeah, but like there's a reason we're there, man. Like,
Right.
there's a reason why, like, we have to have a presence worldwide. Like, even just like with the G7 trying to get Russia back in, pulling out of the climate accord in Paris, like, all of these things are stacking up, and it's making us look like a bunch of idiots.
Well, part of the problem too is that, like, because, by the way, he never served in the military, and because he's always been the boss, because he's in most places the richest guy in the room. Because of that, in most places.
Sure. I mean, maybe in Idaho. In New York, he's like maybe top 10.
The reason that I say those things is because he doesn't recognize how, nor respect how chain of command works.
Right.
And he doesn't realize that part of being a leader is listening to your counsel.
Yeah.
You can be very successful in business or just bankrupt a bunch of shit by doing it your way or the highway. Capitalism encourages that attitude.
Yeah.
Fuck you, it's my way or the highway. That's the whole...
It's my way.
That's
my
the-
way or the highway.
That's the whole free market model.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about leading a nation, which also includes like social issues as well as world diplomacy,
right?
Which I've always said from day one, diplomacy, his lack of diplomacy was my biggest concern. Out of everything, the way that he represents America to the rest of the earth
is a problem.
Is concerning.
Well, I mean,
at a minimum,
we've gotten to a point where it's no longer that we're the laughingstock, we're a pity.
Yes.
Especially with coronavirus.
Yeah, it's not funny anymore. It's just sad.
It's sad. And so it's like we're getting to a point where I don't know if America's reputation can stand another 4 years of him in office.
Oh no.
Because like I think we can at least be like, yeah, remember when we were drunk on Cape Cod and had Trump as president? Yeah, we're done with that. We're back to being normal now. But like if we vote him in again, then that just solidifies like, yes, this is who we are as a nation.
If we put Kanye in, that's the best way to be like, this is where we are now.
I mean, you'd have like his entire cabinet would just be dressed up like those guys. Like, remember in South Park when they had Kanye on, he always had like his posse with him. You just see like the Oval, like he just like redesigned the Oval Office. Like,
oh my God, it would be amazing because he pretty much is like the artistic version of Donald Trump in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I think that's why they get along.
But
they got that same dragon energy, baby.
Your boy has been on the fucking ground at protests.
Yeah.
And for an entertainer of his stature, that's impressive. When you have Kanye money, when you're on the radar,
when you got that
Kanye
Kardashian
is on,
and West money.
Yeah. I mean, he can't go to the store. So for him to be on the ground...
Can you imagine him at like Ralph's?
Oh my God, dude. Or just like the gas station.
Yeah.
Like, is that fucking Kanye?
You pull up to a gate and it's like, he's at the Circle K, we get in a big cope and it's like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Dude, he's building a headquarters. Like, that shit is not a game.
Yeah.
Like all these fucking... The funniest shit, by the way, about Kanye announcing his bid for the presidency is watching the fucking media outlets scramble at trying to make heads or tails of it.
Yeah.
Fucking Mike Pompeo, or no, excuse me, not Mike Pompeo. Mike Huckabee was on Fox News.
I heart Huckabees.
Talking about like, Kanye, I just don't think that he's ready. I don't think that he's prepared for what this is going to mean for his business with his financials. And
have you seen Donald Trump?
That's what I mean.
Like
he's like, oh, there's going to have to be a lot of financial disclosures.
Motherfucker,
is there?
We just had 4 years of this.
Yeah.
I do think that there's something frustrating about, it's frustrating but also kind of refreshing at the same time. Like, it's frustrating to me that we're at a point now where it's like, if you're just popular, you can be president without any kind of qualifications for the job.
Right.
But it's also kind of refreshing because it's like clearly the way that we've been doing things for 270 years has kind of gotten us to a point where it's like everything's so galvanized, like for a good reason and bad reason, why I think Bernie should have been the nominee for the Democratic Party. He should have been one because anytime like the Democratic field puts up anyone that's like a progressive or like a middle of the road, they lose.
Yeah,
it's just fact. Anytime that they win as progressive, like that's what the Democratic Party wants. That's what people want in general.
Right, but we're in a position
it's
now
risky,
where...
but what I was getting at, like he's very progressive, but that's going to cause an even worse rubber band swing to the back. Like the reason why we had such a drastic switch over to Donald Trump on the Republican side is because we had such a radical shift on the Democratic side with Barack Obama,
which was a rubber band from Bush.
Exactly. So it's just like it's just getting further and further and further and further. Right. So like, I don't know, fuck it. Let's throw Kanye in there and see what the fuck happens.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I mean, that's
what I'm fucking saying, dude.
Dude.
Yeezy 2020.
I mean, oh my God. And how about this for hilarious? How about a bunch of fucking people on Twitter started equating, or on social media in general, Harambe was trending today because people have been comparing voting for Kanye West to the people that voted for Harambe, because evidently there's a camp of people who believe that one of the reasons that Trump won was because of all of the fucking trolls voting Harambe.
No, it's because of gerrymandering politicians.
Well, yeah. But also, like, it's very strange to see a bunch of white liberals compare Kanye West to a gorilla on the internet.
Yeah. Huh. Very progressive of you guys.
Can you imagine what they would have been doing if Tucker Carlson tweeted that?
Oh my God. Can you? He will.
Holy shit, dude.
He will at some point, yeah. Because that's his MO.
Right.
Like, that's what he does. I don't know what to think, man. I'm not extremely literate in, like, the advanced inner workings of politics. You know what I mean? Like, I try.
Oh, I know dick all about politics. That's been made very clear to me lately.
Yeah. Yeah, you got your ass reamed.
Well, you know, I mean, I kind of deserved it, I suppose, but I personally don't look to comedy for my politics.
Right, that's fair.
If I watch something that's supposed to be comedy, it's either funny to me or it's not. And it's okay either way. If it's not, I just won't watch it. And if it's funny, I'll watch it. But like the idea that I would look to anyone or anything
like in, John Oliver's
or community of comedy for my political compass.
I think part of what's difficult right now is that it's extremely easy to make comedy work in a way that also explains what's going on in the world today, because it's so often so heavy and difficult and frustrating and confusing. So to have a comedic way to approach it makes it much more accessible to the average person, rather than like CNN or Fox News or MSNBC.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird place. Like there's a lot. This year has just been so fucking crazy, and that's why I said
it's been tiring.
Don't fucking at me, bro. If you're gonna come at me with some Kanye winning the presidency is crazy, don't fucking at me. Like, I'm sorry. It's July in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I was going through a list in my head the other day of everything that's happened this year. Jesus could come back this year. Oh my God. What if Kanye becoming the president is the second coming of Christ? How funny would it be if he got elected and then, like, just as he got sworn in, sky. Yeah, bro, he's just like glowing in the Oval Office.
I mean, he's got the right complexion for it. Jesus wasn't white, so
certainly, I'm voting for him full bore. I don't give a fuck. And when it comes to politics, man, like, I don't look to comedy for my politics. Evidently, some people do. And so now I know that I'm much more
checked
conscious.
Out of comedy.
Well, I also think that, like, with the internet bringing us close together and everyone literally having the same opportunity to quote unquote become famous as only a select few people did just 20 years ago.
Yeah.
With that, I think that the line between person and performer or entertainer or comedian or whatever has been blurred.
You know what movie you would like?
What?
Perfect Blue.
Haven't heard of it.
It is, I believe it's called Perfect Blue. It's an anime about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like this girl, the director does such a good job of like shifting lines between like dream world and reality. But like, it's a horror movie, but it's like she's a pop idol. And so it like kind of does a good job of like juxtaposing between like who she actually is and who her idol version is. And then she's got like the stalker, but then like her idol version.
Like Hannah Montana.
Kinda. And like it's hard to explain like in a rational sense because it's an irrational movie, but like the idol version of her starts to try to like take over the life, and then like there's like I'll show you a trailer for it.
Yeah,
it's wild.
It sounds cool.
It's essentially like the concept of like you can become famous, and then who your person, like your image of who you are trying to be, and this is before like social media,
right?
But it's a very like apt comparison to like what you're talking about, where it's like anybody can like assume an identity and a personality and make it, you know, like
it's weird, man. Like it's riskier, it's harder, I think, to be an entertainer now, because like it's easier to get there, but it's harder to maintain, because when you consider, like, let's say that you're like somebody like Carlin in the 70s,
right?
The only time that people know who you are in these very narrow, controlled environments in which it's either a show or an interview or a story in the paper.
Yeah, or like a movie.
Like all of that information is kind of the flow of that information is controlled. Me, for example, I have the stuff that I'm posting on my YouTube channel, so there's people that know me from there. I also make music, so there's people that know me from there.
Join the party.
And then I have the podcast, so I have people listening to the podcast. And so there's these different levels of people's opinions on me based upon what they know about me.
Right.
So I've had like really nice comments on the podcast because I think that hearing me talk long form and, be who I really am is more conducive to knowing who I am.
I feel like this
than
is
watching a 4-minute D&D sketch.
Oh, for sure. I mean, this is a very personal experience. You know, full stop. Like, I think that's part of the reason why I enjoy going back and actually like listening to it.
Yeah.
Is because I don't like this last week with like the first round that we ever recorded.
Oh yeah.
And hearing how like just silly and like it was obvious that we were all trying really hard to like have fun with it. And
right. I cut out so many 100%.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because remember when we started, we said that way too much. And that was actually one of the notes that I had for y'all. Maybe it was you. I don't remember.
It's Cody.
It's Cody
because Cody always says like 110%.
No, but we all did it.
Of course, yeah. Because we all did a bunch.
Oh, look at there.
Oh shit.
Well, actually, this one went long because I'm gonna have to cut some stuff out. I already know.
Yeah, like the Nerds Rope thing.
Thanks for hanging out with us on this Tuesday.
Yeah, man.
Make sure that
vote
when
for
Tuesday
Kanye
comes around,
West.
you fucking vote for Kanye West.
Yeah, man.
Y'all think I'm fucking around?
The only fucking around is with that bell.
Yeah, you already know.
You already know. You gotta fuck that bell.
Listen, follow us on social
feel
media,
so good to fuck that bell.
Facebook, and Instagram, and
just
Twitter
like
at No Big Banana.
Eat out of it, like just eat out the bell.
And, oh my god!
just
if you want
whatever
to
you want to do,
any information,
yeah,
like
about
any
how you're
emails,
fucking that bell,
send it to nobigbanana@gmail.com.
You can do it wrong. You don't have to wear protection if you don't want to.
And fucking whoa, listen,
what?
That's really, really a negligent thing to say during a pandemic.
Yeah,
I mean,
the bell gets tested.
PPE.
Although yeah, the bell does get hit a lot.
Yeah,
it should if you're doing your job right.
Yeezy 2020.
Yeah, Yeezy Bell 2020.